to have to remember.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I've got passwords for computer programs and websites. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember. With this, if you remember to take your fingers with you,
then you're set.
You have your combination.
That's all you need.
This is Nick Antolik, and Nick is one of our representatives, had an opportunity to deal with Robbie, the inventor, and brings to us the Benji lock. Now, this is their new and improved travel lock.
It is.
Which anyone who does any traveling nowadays knows that you have to lock your luggage, but this is CSA approved.
That's right.
And it's a smaller version. It's $49.98. I got to tell you, there's a lot of things around the house that I can use this size lock on.
Absolutely, Dan. And think about it. How exciting was that video, guys? If you've seen Shark Tank before, it's one of my favorite shows. Robbie Cabral went on the show with a brilliant idea, right? Why do you have to remember a key or remember that combination for a lock? Instead, you always have your fingers.
Yeah.
So now he took this wonderful technology, took it on the show. He partnered with Mr. Wonderful, right? And Mr. Wonderful hooked him up with a company called Hampton. See it on the front there?
Hampton is one of the biggest lock companies in the world, and they are known for their quality.
They are.
Now, I'm going to open mine.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to open yours.
Sure.
Watch.
Now, Dan, you can do yours, I can do mine, and check this out.
And open.
It's always going to remember. So think about what happened here.
Give me your lock.
Exactly. Now let's try it over here, right? That one's not going to work now.
I got nothing.
Exactly. And that's the key here, guys, is that you take this story of a brilliant idea of that fingerprint reading lock. Now you can partner with Hampton. And the beauty here is that there's a couple different ways to open this lock. Number one, you can use up to 5 fingerprints. So think about how great this is. And Dan,
I set that one earlier.
That's exactly
By the way, it took about 15 seconds to set up. That was it.
Yep. Now you can do it from there. Yep. You can also do it, and I'm going to switch back here with you. Now you can do it with up to 5 different fingerprints. So think about that. That means that you and your loved ones are going to be able to share this. Keep it in the family, whether it's multiple people using it. And then on the back of the lock, just in case you ever forget that, I'm going to go my special combination here, which was 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And that can open it as well. So think about how many different times, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's the kids at the school locker, instead of having to remember that combination, now you have your fingerprint. And I love that you're giving the gift of Shark Tank here. Mr. Wonderful, Robbie, sharing that story. So every time you go, I mean, I've traveled with this a couple times on the plane, and which brings me to the next point is that little red shield that you see on the front there.
Amazing.
That means there is a third way to open this, guys. TSA has a key.
Yes.
So the TSA can open this, but you have your finger. So now if you're traveling, and the original lock didn't have this, but Robbie and team heard from so many people, we want this to be TSA approved. We want to be able to take this when we're traveling.
You and I launched the original.
That's right.
Here at QVC, and the day I saw it, I went, that's really smart. But it was a bigger lock.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, I wish I had that for travel. So that was part of the idea, bringing you the new design. It's available in black, or we've got it in white. And I'll also say this, that price tag for a Hampton lock is very reasonable.
It is. Well, the thing is, Dan,
$49.98.
This is the last lock that you're ever going to need, because this is something that, if you think about all the those times where you want to have a lock on your things, like perfect example is your backpack, right?
But it's just another key to have to remember.
That's exactly right.
I got a different number.
That's exactly right. But now you have the convenience here.
I've got to tell you something. The newer, younger generation, no offense to any of the young people out there, you can't remember numbers to save your life.
Well, I can admit to that.
Okay? For anybody who is my age or above, do you remember the phone number of the house you grew up in?
Oh, I don't think I could.
I remember mine.
You can get that?
All my friends, if I ever wanted to call them, we had to remember their numbers. Young people today, it's all in their phones.
That's right.
So now, here's a way of being able to open a lock, again, with a simple touch of a fingerprint. Watch.
Dan, it's something that you always have with you. No longer do you have to remember to bring the key.
Look at that.
No longer do you have to remember that
That's
combination.
brilliant.
And think about how great that is, because you can store up to 5 fingerprints. Now you and your entire family.
Right.
Keep this in the gym bag. I can't tell you how many times I've been stopped and people, wait, how'd you do that? Have you ever locked your cell phone in the gym and had to go back, or maybe even forgotten? I've seen locks get cut left and right.
That's what I'm saying.
You're always going to have your fingers with you.
You've got somebody younger in your family that the only numbers they ever have are on their cell phones. Well, when you lock your cell phone in your locker at the gym, guess what, Sparky? You're done. With this, you take the combination with you with your fingertip.
And again, this is an incredibly tough lock because Robbie went on Shark
Indoor,
Tank.
outdoor rated?
No, so this is going to be
Indoor only?
Indoor only.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that they do have other versions out there, but because of these electronics, think about how much they had to put in this with this fingerprint reader. And I love this story again, is that Robbie went on the show with this great idea. He then partnered with Kevin, Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
They took this
Kevin's
idea
been here many times.
to Hampton, right? And Hampton gave them this really, really strong quality lock. Remember, you can use up to 5 different fingerprints. You can even use a combination on the back, which you're going to enter yourself, which I'm going to do here. And then the third way that you can open this lock, well, it's not you.
CSA.
It's TSA. And the beautiful thing about that red shield means that you can take this on the airplane if they need to. They have that special key, but you always have your finger.
I'm telling you, that's good. It replaces all these other padlocks that I remember. And I've got a padlock right now on one of my outbuildings. I can't remember where the key is.
We all have that, right?
In the spring, I'll have to cut a lock that I put there to get into my own building.
And now with the convenience, you're going to have that security wherever you want it.
That's so good. Man, I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you for bringing it to us, Nick.
Thanks, Dan.
Take advantage of it. Again, that Easy Pay goes away at the end of the day. So take advantage of it while you can. We have a one-day only coming up in the show as well. And that one-day only is the cordless power scrubber with the extension at a price tag that's way under the initial price tag of what we had of almost $40. Now we're offering it with all the accessories at an unheard of price tag of under $20. We'll be showing you that coming up in just a little bit. Got a question, because there's a lot of you who are maybe tuning in for the very first time, and if that's the case, good morning to you. Hello there, my name is Dan Hughes, veteran host. I've been here for 30 years. Wow. Do you have a Q card yet? It's one of the easiest, simplest ways in which to shop, and it's easy to obtain.